All right, everybody, welcome in to the first matchup of the day here in the Super Mario Odyssey Any Open. My name is Saren. With me eventually in the booth, it's going to be Thero, currently being Dadley. But we do have Pro, and Spedy in the booth. Got to keep it brief because we are running almost 20 minutes. Actually, no, a whole 20 minutes behind schedule already. First match of the day. Always a fantastic thing to do. Spedy, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm chilling, you know, I'm vibing. It's pretty early, so it's a good time to play some Mario. Pro just got a 108.20 literally like 5 minutes ago in any percent P being by about 2 minutes. Pro, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I had a good run earlier today with, I think, once minus 48 second, and then I lost it all, and later I got a minus 1 minute time save again, and my controller just died. That was pretty sad, and yeah, now I got it again, and I got it better.
It is indeed pretty sad, but yeah, I mean, obviously a big victory, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarah, do you have me here in the booth? Can you hear me?
No.
Oh, okay, that's fine. yeah, doing some dadly duties a little bit late here, but I have arrived. I'm ready for this awesome any percent action. That's really cool. PB, how many runs did you do today, Propo?
I think I did 4 or 5. Wait. Yeah, I did 5 runs. One of them failed in Metro Kingdom, Night Metro. The other one just failed in Lost Kingdom because I died, I think, 4 times was it. And yeah, then my controller died in the next run. And then I just did some festival percent, and I thought, let's do one more any percent before the tournament. So yeah, I got a PB and I completely forgot the time at the moment.
Well, right on. Well, we should both get readied up here because we want to keep things rolling on schedule somewhat. So if you guys can both ready up in the race time lobby, we'll get things started. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to the both of you. That's huge. You know, coming right off of a PB, a high going into a tournament race. Now, could it be a double-edged sword? That's the question. You know, we've all had where we've sat here and you know played quite a bit before having a particular run or particular race, and it worked out because we were warmed out, or we were warmed up, I should say, or did it not work out because we were already kind of tired? So we'll see what Pro can do. I mean, Spedy, the last time I got to commentate for Spedy, it was an awesome race. It was, I don't know, they were so close together almost the entire race, and I think it fell apart right there at the end. So, you know, I know that both of these runners are going to provide a fantastic run today, and it's just to see who's the victor.
Yes, who will be victor? That is the question.
How you doing?
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, I
All
thought
right.
maybe we had Mike coming over the game feed. That's okay, perfect. It's always fun when there's the desktop audio issue going on with racers, but definitely not happening this time, which is very poggers. Got both racers heading into Cap Kingdom. I'm stoked to get the Mario started today. I got my blanket wrapped around me. It is cold. I wish I had some tea, but it's a good time for some Mario.
Same. Well, maybe not the tea part, but it is really cold here in the great state of Colorado. You know, I think it's actually about the same temperature there as it is here.
It actually warmed up. It was like minus 15 Celsius here, and now it's like almost freezing, which is so great. I mean, absolute heat wave coming through right now.
What's funny is it is currently 28 degrees Fahrenheit, which is -2 Celsius here.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, racers off in Cap Kingdom now. You know, this is to me the kingdom that sets the stage for the entire rest of the run. Right? This is the stage that arguably is the most ran stage because of resets. So, so it's something that runners can't overlook. You've got the vectoring with the frog here. You've got the decision to go left side versus right side. So this could really set the stage for the rest of the run.
I can't believe we're seeing both runners going for left side with a 108 and a 109 respectively, but Pro actually nails it.
Yeah. Spedy didn't quite have the... okay. Pro take a little bit of damage here. Spedy didn't have the height to be able to get up, to get over, but backed it up really well. But then Pro immediately taking damage from Topper. So we're just about neck and neck here. Looks like about a 4-second difference, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and if either of these racers last two experiences racing or anything to go by, we're probably going to see a lot of this back and forth where one player like nails something crazy they definitely shouldn't, and then immediately afterwards loses like 15 seconds just bonking into the wall 3 times. That's just kind of the nature of the 105 to 115 sort of time range.
I'm pretty sure that happened last time that Spedy was racing, that we basically saw that back and forth all the way until the end, right?
Pretty much. I mean, we were also watching Enemy, who runs 2-player mode most of the time and didn't know the 1-player luncheon route, and so the ending was a little bit manca, but yeah, up until luncheon it was pretty much like that.
Yeah, and I mean, at one point, yeah, they were like literally a half a second off, just about sync. So I think we'll see that a lot here too. Pro just coming off of that PB. So, it is a pretty big victory, but consistency is king when it comes down to races.
100%. Speaking about consistency, we are coming up to Dino Skip here, which is typically pretty consistent for runners. We did see a runner, I think yesterday, take like 5 or 6 passes at the trampoline, so hopefully that doesn't happen here.
And it happens sometimes. I mean, like, especially depending on what your PB is, like what your muscle memory that you have is. It happens. That's always my choke point when I come back on those D-rusts. All right, in the brutal fight here, I really like the setup for the brutal fight. It's super satisfying. It's one of those things like, this is the only time in any percent that you see Madam Brood, and I don't know. I think it's really cool how that's evolved over time, but just the fight itself is super satisfying. Doing a backflip, hitting the chain chomp, grabbing the chain chomp and snapping back right into her giant face.
It is pretty large. I'm not a big fan of Madame Brutal. I'm pretty vocal about this.
Yeah, she's pretty intimidating, honestly.
It's one way to put it.
Like, I feel like she would be yelling at me when I was getting my mail while she's walking her French poodle, Like, I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah, that's why I want to live out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. I don't want to have to deal with any Madame Brutals.
Well, I mean, eventually they retire and leave the city, and then they migrate to shacks in the middle of the woods. So I don't know if you're really safe out there either.
I don't know. Some old people just stay in the city forever. Like, I don't know. I remember I lived in a college town one time. I lived literally on like the frat row, and there's always that one house that's like the super old like Victorian house that's been there since like the 1800s, and it's got that old couple that's just so mad that there's so many kids around, but they still hang around even though there's like frat parties every 2 days from their balcony.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Speaking of fair, we are out of cap with about a second difference right now going into Sand Kingdom. Now, Saren, you've been definitely more up to date as to the SMO route changes and things like that. What do you think we'll see going into Sand?
I have no idea. We could see Sphinx route. We could see platform clip route. There's literally no rhyme or reason to Sand Kingdom anymore. It used to be able to be like, oh man, this person's got like a 108. They're probably going to go for the intermediate sand route. They're probably going to go get lost luggage. But nowadays it's just like people just do random stuff in here. I've seen people do DSTA with like 120-minute times. I don't understand what's going on in this kingdom anymore, to be quite honest. We do have an umbrella user. I am incredibly excited to see the umbrella being used right now. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Pro did that in his last race, but I'm a big fan.
That that is kind of funny. Because isn't that the routing that you use, Saren?
Okay. In my PB, I do not use the umbrella. I think I have evolved, although I might use my umbrella strats in the race because I've done one run in the last, I don't know, 3 months. Actually, it's probably been like a month and a half since I got my sub 110. So, but either way, the only run I did was like 4 days ago, and I think I got a 133. So,
oh my gosh,
some interesting strategies.
Speaking of interesting strategies, Pro, trying to line up to find that moon there, it was kind of interesting, like a throwback with the cap there. See, I love the movement right here of Mario going up to the top to the grab in the moon. It's when I was learning SMO, that was one of the things that I wanted to learn first was, how to be able to maintain Mario's momentum while climbing. So it's not very jerky. Oh, okay. Oh no, Pro taking a bonk. Not going to be able to get that dram there. Gonna have to climb back up the icicle, which is not too bad. I mean, it loses him a couple of seconds, but not the end of the world. Spedy right now going up to the top. Slightly different routing. If you'll take a look, that Spedy actually has one more moon. Now they're even. Spedy, a meeting with the Goombas. It's very rare that you see that.
There's a lot of them. I mean, I don't blame him for hitting it. To be honest, did Pro skip a moon, or did I just miss it? Is Pro doing platform clip route? I'm confused.
No, because he's gonna go get lost luggage here and then go to the Sphinx.
Okay. Well, I don't think he's gonna go to the Sphinx. I think I just missed him grabbing that moon. I think he's gonna go straight to the sinking sand one, or whatever it's called. This is kind of like the intermediate route that players typically go for at this range. This is like, if you were to like make an educated guess at a player on this range, they should be going for this route, like logically. It's like the best mix of everything. But like I said, you never know what's going to happen in sand. We could literally see Pro go for reverse Jaxi somehow now. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore.
And I've noticed that we see that a lot more in SMO than like SM64, right? So you don't see somebody with a 23 or 24 typically going for LVLJ. And so like I think that's what's kind of interesting about SMO is that there's Spedy taking a bonk there, but there's so many resources out there to be able to learn strategies that a lot of people maybe have the mentality of going for the harder strategies versus not. All right, Pro gonna go getting the cactus moon.
Wait,
okay, so
why is he on the other side of the thing? What?
He jumped off the other side because he didn't have to go back and get like the moon before Jaxi. So he's probably gonna end up getting the ground pound moon and notes here.
Yeah, that's still a weird way to go. I'm pretty sure that loses this time. But that's okay. It's probably a little bit more comfortable for him. And at this time range, that's all that really matters. Are you comfortable? Are you going to mess up, lose 2 minutes?
The answer is yes, if you're named Thero. Most of the time.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Getting a little bit too ambitious on these notes.
Oh, my gosh. No, he should have just done the cap throw because he's... Oh, okay.
I wasn't even worried.
I was.
I believed in my boy Spedy the whole time.
Yeah, the Notes Moon is... Whenever you watch like high-level runners do it, you're like, oh, man, yeah, I got this. This is easy. But it's really kind of easy to mess up and either fall or, miss a node. And, yeah. All right. So we're going to be heading into Lake Kingdom. So the last time that we had this situation, we kind of ate our words. We had talked about, hey, yeah, Lake Kingdom is going to be pretty easy. It's not going to be bad at all. We're not going to see anything crazy. And then we saw a lake clip, and what was this PB like it was like a 110. All right, Pro, the first into lake. Let's see what's going to end up happening here. All right, we've got the zipper that we're coming to the point of no return. Oh no, Pro falling off. Gonna have to back this up. This is a pretty considerable time loss, allowing Spedy the opportunity to be able to catch up.
Yeah, falling down there is never a good feeling.
Well, and that's the key, you know, whenever you're racing, you don't have the opportunity just to reset. So you have to back it up. You have to figure out a better way. Pro taking a little bit of a bonk there before getting that moon. Spedy going for lake clip here. What is going on? Can you line it up? No, up. That's 4 tries. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, not super fast, but I mean, I don't know. Respect for going for lake clip for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So slightly different route variation here. Pro are going to go ahead and elect to fight Rango. Spedy's going to be just skipping Rango, but got to catch up here at this point. Missing lake clip, getting fake clip once. Definitely kind of throws you off a little bit. So we'll see it match up towards the end of lake where everybody is. Dory is 48 oceans away right now. 2 more moons to grab. They're pretty quick moons, and yeah, you know, Spedy's got to go grab this one and the next one, but the multi-moon animation is pretty long. I still think Pro is going to have a slight edge going into Wooded.
Yeah, just barely. Spedy definitely not losing any ground there. But, you know, superior routing. He did miss a couple of tries on lake clip. But I think it all really evened out in the end, so let's see here.
Pro going to be slightly ahead, leaving out of Lake. I like Lake because to me it's in that similar category to Lost, not as high risk, but it's one of those stages where you just put your head down and you blink and it's over. All right.
I think it's the shortest kingdom, isn't it?
It is. It's tiny, and depending on what your routing is, I mean, you can do Lost pretty darn fast too, but not quite as quick as you can do Lake. Going into Wooded Kingdom, I spoke about this yesterday. This is kind of where the rubber meets the road. This is one of the kingdoms that I'd say wasn't my favorite. I mean, I don't mind it casually, but speedrunning wise, because I felt like this was a big reset point for me when learning the run and even just doing runs. Oh, Spedy missing the bunny. And I have to jump back and... Oh, a little bit too far. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, a little bit too far to the right. So I went back to throw the cat back to kind of stun the bunny. Wasn't able to. Going to go to the shot moon here. And here's the thing. At 108s, 109s, 110s, you expect these small mistakes, just like Pro bonking here. So what's going to end up happening is, depending on what bigger mistakes are coming through, is going to kind of decide who the victor is. Pro, what? All right. Going to go get the nut on the top of the tree.
They're both going to do it.
Surprising. Yep,
Yeah,
the difference here...
We'll see if they go for nut clip, but I don't know. They could either go for, half nut clip, or they just clip through the wall, or they could go for the full route.
Well,
Oh, it looks
ProPro's
like-
already gotten the nut.
True.
So with Spedy can go for nut clip here. ProPro not do. I don't know if I mean he was pretty far away from the wall, so I don't know if he was even trying for nut clip whenever he went for it. But
Yeah, having to back up to
Spedy-
the intermediate route regardless.
exactly. That's okay. This climb is kind of cool because I like that you could find like that little tiny ledge right there. Oh no, he was just it was rushed slightly, didn't have enough height.
Yeah, unfortunate. And I gotta agree with NMC in the chat. Cloud is not a real kingdom. If you're saying Cloud is a real kingdom, I don't know. Like, there's not a lot going on there.
Spedy!
Oh man, unable to get that cat bounce.
The pause right there, yeah.
This climb can be really brutal. They make it look so easy when it goes right. You know, oh, you just go up here, you get your triple jump or your side flip, and then you just jump over the railing, easy peasy. But like, even just like running up the side of that face is not easy.
I mean, even casually with the rocket flower used to really bother me as well. All right, so we got ProPro here going to be coming back, going to be grabbing this Story Moon. Spedy right on his heels at this point. Now, the question here is, we talked about like the swag the other day, you know, ProPro going to go for that Flower Road skip. Taking that extra space to make sure he's got enough speed to be able to get through there. Oh no, took a bonk. Is he going to be able to get up? Okay, all right, we're fine. We're fine. You can kind of get stuck on those platforms where you just kind of float to your demise.
Yeah.
And that's just where you spam your controller at that point. Lots of buffered spin pounds coming from ProPro here. Clearly, you know, working on their movement, trying to get from point A to point B most efficiently. You don't see, I mean, you start to see that around this time, like 109, 108, 107. But definitely not a bad thing implementing them at this time anyway. Spedy, oh, okay. What happened to his triple?
Yeah, I mean, both these players have like, you know, barely under a sub 110, which is still pretty solid, but you know, it's probably not where they want to be. And I don't think it's an issue of like they're not putting in the work or like trying hard enough or like, you know, studying the strats. I think it's just oh, Spedy taking a terrible dive to his death there. That is going to be a large chunk of time loss. Fortunately going to spawn right here at the Story Moon, but yeah, still pretty rough. But as I was saying, both players, you know, putting in the work clearly, you know, going for spin pounds, going for, you know, the right routing, the right movement. It's just a matter of, I think, experience for both these players. Just not enough time under their belts to get those, you know, sub 1.5 tier times.
Yeah, and that's really where you start to see that fine-tuned movement, right? You know, value dive has been a thing since the game has been ran, but you start to see them less and less because of how things are set up. So a lot of times, if you watch top level runners, you can pretty much predict a value dive. And depending controller drift is a thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm on
okay.
my-
So I'm gonna sound like a complete idiot here, and that's fine. Oh my God, Spedy's standing literally in the hat. That was kind of crazy. But I've watched a lot of SMO. I've commentated a lot of SMO. I've had people explain it to me before. I can never keep it in line. What is the difference between a value dive and a chaos dive? What is the difference there?
Well, so for me, and chat can help out with a chaos dive, but a value dive is basically where you're holding that direction of like a cap bounce, and you just for some reason the input doesn't come across as you holding that direction, and you're holding like 10 degrees right or left of that particular direction, and we've seen them pretty exaggerated, like 45 degrees at times, where you know that you've held that direction because the muscle memory is there. So like Dangers, Tyrone, Tomshi, those guys that have that muscle memory. Not everything is a value dive that they say is a value dive. But...
Oh my god, Pro just got Luigi Hintart in Cloud. What? What am I watching?
It's because you said it wasn't a kingdom. I would say Cloud is more of a kingdom than Ruined.
How did he just do that? Did that really just happen?
Yeah, well,
I can't believe I just saw that. That's so wild.
yeah, why not?
That is really hard. Like, you have to make it over, not only make it over the Luigi Hint art, get it fast, but then you have to make it over to the other hats, and then get the fast hats in, like, another weird, strange way. That is not something I expected to see, for sure.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, with... Propro's movement is pretty defined. Like I said, I don't really expect to see, like, some of the buffered spin pounds that I am seeing from Propro, but... Oh, okay. Spedy... That was a quick turnaround on that. Like, you know, he aborted that jump very quick. It's probably a good idea. Pro super low. That was terrifying. Did you see how low he was close to that edge?
Yeah, I mean, if you can feel yourself failing on that jump, you just go back. You just do it again. I mean, even if you spend, you know, 10-15 seconds setting up meme tree again, it's better than dying watching the death cutscene rolling all the way back.
Oh yeah, for sure. Spedy in Cloud right now, so Spedy's really gonna need for Propro to make a mistake, because the you know, speed is not always your friend. We've seen that.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Speed's a cool guy.
Get out of here. Because we've seen that in Lost specifically, where like you go so fast that you don't end up triggering Klepto when you think you do. Pro playing it safe here, gonna go ahead and make sure that moon spawn. What? I can't remember who it was. Somebody actually fell off and died right there. I think that was yesterday.
Nobody's ever died in Super Mario Odyssey. Come on, Thero.
What?
These are pro gamers. They don't mess up.
So you're saying you've never died in Super Mario Odyssey?
I didn't claim to be a pro gamer. Oh my god. Okay.
That was so close to the...
Oh, going for some sort of vault jump there. Didn't quite get the spin jump. Landing in the poison jam instead of on the leaf. That is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, so the setups. I don't even know how he bunked there.
I guess that's not really a vault. What is that even? Spin jump?
Yes.
Is there a name for that specifically?
What are you talking about? Like
when you go up to the meme tree and you like dive at it, and then once you hit the meme tree, you do a jump immediately, and you kind of like do a spinny, like Mario does the micro X and grabs
the rainbow spin. The rainbow spin, the little extra height spin at the end is what you're talking about.
Yeah,
basically, while you're in the air,
not even that. Like when you hit the tree, you do a jump, and that one spins.
Oh, so I mean that just sounds like a buffered spin. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the footage.
Oh my god, that's a terrible death from Spedy. Spedy's gonna get launched all the way back to the beginning of the kingdom, and Pro is already into Night Metro. This is actually starting to fall apart here in Lost for Spedy. Doesn't know his backups though.
Yeah, Spedy doesn't have to go all the way back around, but it still is a pretty big time loss. Going to go ahead and trigger Klepto again. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. Pro taking a bonk here, not able to make that ledge. Yeah, I think so too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, a cap return jump makes sense because they throw the cap right before the dive.
I don't know. I was messing with that version of meme tree skip, and it's pretty. It's not like super hard, but it is pretty hard to get consistent. Like you have to have really good spacing, or else you're gonna be dying for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's really easy to bonk off of that leaf.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, you could tell the difference. It's super satisfying when you see it, like when you can get it done. But it's so easy to just take a bonk right there because the hitboxes of those leaves are just weird. Pro already got what? Okay, all right. Pro getting a little overzealous with trying to shoot the Wiggler here. Okay, shooting a little bit early. So how that works is because people have asked before, you know, why does the tank stop shooting? Well, I mean, from what I've been told, there are okay. How did he take damage? That was weird. From what I've been told, basically. It can only allow for so many of those projectiles being in the air at a time, so you can't just sit there and spam the button. It's like 3 or 4 or something like that, where it'll make the tank like cool down for a second before firing again.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the, I don't know, bubbles, the blasts hit the actual like a surface, then you can start shooting again.
Which is kind of funny. Oh no!
That
Bro,
is
taking a death.
Yeah, we talk about taking a 3 cycle a lot on Wiggler, but we do not often see a death on the Wiggler fight. So Pro giving Spedy a lot of room to breathe here. Like, this was not, you know, on the books or anything like that, but it was looking pretty dire for Spedy. Now, he's just a City Hall climb behind.
Exactly. And that's where it can change really quickly. I mean, Pro not expecting to take damage. See, look, right here, not able to fire. Fun fact, Contra speedruns operate off of that, off of how many projectiles can be on the screen at any given time. It's kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Contra's sick.
What? Pro. Okay, I don't know if his controller died or what happened there, but not moving to do the normal manipulation. But this will end up working. It's going to get you to the same spot.
I mean, perhaps just feeling a little bit defeated, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, Wiggler basically curling around himself is probably the worst thing that you can have.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Fine.
He's good. Okay.
Keep it calm there.
In those situations, that's where a lot of runners, and that's where it shows, like, you know, running experience, your instinct is to just spam as fast as you can to try to get bullets out, and that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is slow down, take your time, take your shots, because if not, if you just spam it, then when you're lined up on the last little bubble, you're not going to have any bullets to throw at it. All right. And just like that, we're back. We're racing again. And that's why I like this particular level, this particular league, because anything can happen. Literally anything can happen.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times people undersell how fun these races can be. I mean, we got a race coming up, and like, I think...
Spedy, back up, Spedy, back up, Spedy, back up, Spedy!
Oh, no.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, no, and Spedy is only at... Okay. All right.
But yeah, we do have a race coming up in like a couple hours in SM64 that is going to be very interesting. We got another one of those showcase races. We had one yesterday in SMO where we had someone, I think, with like a 138 against someone with a 129. We got basically that in SM64. It'll be fun. I'm ready for it.
Those are good matches. Spedy slowing down, taking his time on this with that 3 cycle there. That's perfectly fine. That's way better than taking a death.
Pro going for the counter dram there. A little bit early firing on that cappy throw, but we have gotten bench friends first try, so that's impressive.
Well,
not even memeing. That's a hard strat for me. I can't do bench friends. I don't know why. I just stand on the bench and Mario never sits down. I don't know why.
It's because you're too excited. Like, he's not going to talk to you when you're all jumping around like a crazy person. You know what I mean? You gotta make friends. You gotta make friends.
I wouldn't talk to me in person either.
Going for slots now. Spedy gonna be joining him here in Day Metro. Yeah, I mean, okay. Is everything okay? Spedy just Had an extra ground pound in there for good luck. Propro finishing up slots now. Fun fact, in a race is the first time that I actually got scooter clip. And then I had to start doing it in my runs because it was in my PB. And it was so hard. Oh no, Propro. A little bit too high. You can't dive back there. Yeah, just climb up. That's fine. Taking the damage from the bullet bill. Gonna be jumping across, getting this dumpster moon here. Spedy also the same exact mistake that Propro was making, not going back to get the moon. Gonna go make a friend here. See, the thing is that Spedy's pulling a Saren there.
I just want to know why we're doing bullet building route on Propro's side. Like, what is the meaning?
Hey, why
behind
not?
this?
Bullet building is a fantastic sub-room.
It's so
Spedy
much
taking
harder,
a bonk
though.
on a box that's not there.
It's so much harder than
Oh,
just
see,
going up to 2 NPCs and saying hello.
Propro stating in chat that he doesn't know the other route.
Oh my goodness.
All right, gonna go grab this dumpster moon here. Spedy grabbing the light pole there for good luck, getting a couple extra coins before talking to Pauline. Then the musicians, like, I don't know. That's why I really like World Peace, is because you do get to see the festival and you get to hear all the musicians go,
Dude,
yeah.
I love World Peace. World Peace has been getting a lot of flack recently. I'm not sure why, but everybody seems to hate on World Peace. I think it's super cool.
Yeah, World Peace is awesome. Like I said, if not for festival alone, I mean, the fact that you get to pretty much fight all of the bosses in the game. I like World Peace. I don't mind it at all. Propro having a little bit of issue with this bullseye moon here. Spedy slapping the guitarist in the face, demanding his money and his moon. That was pretty intimidating there. Oh, okay. You gotta hit the lever. There we go. Okay.
World Peace tourney win? I hosted a
pretty
World
sure
Peace tourney last year.
Pretty sure that was one of the, if not the first SMO tournament that CCG did.
No, the first SMO tournament we did was 90%.
Was it really? Okay. I know there was a tournament that you I can't remember what it was. You kept saying, Thero, I'm going to do an SMO tournament. I want you involved, and then I wasn't there. I can't remember which one it was, though.
I'm pretty sure that was the first one. I made you join the second one. The classic Thero begged me to play SMO for like a year, and then I finally like got the game and hosted a tournament, and then Thero was like, I'm quitting.
Yeah, that's about right. Because that was when Kat was playing a little bit too. All right, so Spedy going to be trying to catch up here in Day Metro. Way off from that bullseye moon. Kind of a weird camera. I like the top-down camera to try to adjust. But the camera there's when you're falling is kind of weird anyway. Spedy taking a bonk. Now, I need to remember to ask Spedy if this is just based upon nerves of the previous mistakes and they're just compounding, or is it just...
I think it's just Super Mario Odyssey.
That's fair. Okay.
I remember yesterday during my race, I made... Wait, why is Propo going through the water?
Because it's he needed to cool off after that that fast Day Metro.
That is true. That was pretty speedy. It's pretty spedy. Get it? You get it? He doesn't get it. There's kind of slow.
I don't get it. It's fine. Pro in snow. Now I got flack from the chat yesterday. I don't know if you saw, for hating on the music in snow.
Deserved, 100%. I think that you should actually get banned from the commentary booth for that.
Like here's the thing. Go and practice the multiple snow clips for hours on end, and you'll hate that music.
Okay,
too.
here's the problem, Thero, is that you go to practice snow clip, quote unquote, and then you bonk into a wall for 2 hours, and then you don't look at any sort of resources or tutorials, or like try to watch what other people do, and then you're like, this kingdom sucks. GG.
No. I should just go with the snow clip that I know instead of the other one. So fun fact, this is one of the only shop moons that you can actually, there's an auditory cue. So we saw Pro actually jump towards the shopkeeper. You don't need to do that. If you listen, if you're holding up on the controller, you can hear Mario's feet before the game actually loads in. All you have to do is take about 2 steps and you can have that menu open as the scene is becoming active, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's kind of cool. Pro going for this moon clip.
First try.
Yeah. Nope.
We should honestly
Commentators
keep that on
first.
the stat sheet. How many times it takes the ground pound that moon to get it?
Yeah, I think that is a good stat, to be honest. All right. I love, now I will say the sub rooms and Bound Bowl is pretty good in Snow. It's just the music, I can't.
It's
I mean,
so
like,
good. How do you not like the music? I don't understand.
Because like it reminds me of like Christmas music, and Christmas music during Christmas time is fine,
It
right?
does not sound like Christmas music at all.
Like it's
What
literally
kind of Christmas music are you listening to there? I'm gonna be really honest. It sounds like no Christmas music
Wait,
I've ever seen.
well, you've ever seen? But
I've
yeah,
ever
so Spedy looks like he's good. No, just I'm talking like pixels low on that. That's fine. Spedy going down. Oh, okay, Pro. Give it a little lip love to that
All right.
that wall column there.
Will we get the triple jump boost? No, we do not get it. Unfortunate. Go for the backup. Ooh, barely enough distance. Oh, and Pro taking a death in Goomba Room.
Yeah. I couldn't tell what happened. Like,
He just spin pounded off the cliff. Pretty sure.
All right. Because I've accidentally killed a Goomba here, and the only thing you can do is die. Like,
Yeah. Maybe
It's
that
the
happened
worst.
too. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't quite looking, but
I
Didn't
was looking
really-
at Spedy at the time as well. Yes, Kat, it's Christmas time now, but it won't be Christmas time in a month.
that is how time works.
But snow music will still remain the same. I don't know. I like the music in Odyssey. There's only 2 stages that I have a problem with, and I'm probably gonna get some hate on this. One is snow. The other is Wooded. To me, Wooded is the music for like a 1950s beach movie.
Okay, I can understand your complaint there. I do think the wooded music is a little bit strangely fitting, although it is a banger. But
I mean, yeah, it is, but it doesn't matter. Now, snow is just annoying.
I'll fight you on the Snow Kingdom music until the day I die.
Like, oh, what? Okay, did we? Spedy jumped on top of the switch and then got out of the Goombas to where it didn't
Oh
trigger.
my god, Pro should have died there. What the heck was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, Pro should have died there. That was taking it nice and slow now. An up throw here.
Up
for
throw
some
into
reason.
the moon. Yeah. All right, a little bit scared. It seemed at the
Oh,
very
see-
end there, which is fair.
Pro speaking out in chat, yeah. Pro killed the Goombas. Yeah, it happens. Like, the only thing you can do there is die. Because you can't get the moon without that. Spedy going in the shot moon now. That means we're going to be seeing some snow dram. So if we saw Spedy kind of did that to where you only take 1 step into the room and you're kind of spamming it now. The difference is you have to purchase the moon before exiting the menu is key.
Mm-hmm.
Pro heading out of snow.
Yeah.
Spedy's got 1 more moon here, which is a big one. It's a big boy.
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult jump. If we don't make this jump first try, it's going to start getting pretty ugly pretty fast. Spedy going for a fast setup here, not quite grabbing it. Going for a really interesting... Okay, gonna do a first-person lineup. That is totally fair. Oh my goodness.
Nice. That was super close, but good on Spedy for getting that dram. Pro going to be heading up top, grabbing their first moon here in Seaside. My favorite kingdom in the entire game. I love Seaside.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really even gloss over too quickly on that Snowdram. Like, sure, it was close, but going for Snowdram in a 109.48 is pretty base.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of people look at Snowdram and don't really understand it for what it is, but it's a hard jump. It's not easy at all.
Definitely.
Pro, it still worked. Oh no, okay, all right. He's gonna have to reline it up. Now this 2.5D section is kind of weird. A lot of runners will talk about using the shadows to try to figure out exactly where the moon is because there is space in front of it and behind it. Oh, okay. Pro. Third try spin pound there.
Yeah.
All right.
As we get into Seaside here, I just want to thank everybody in the chat for supporting the stream today, being here, supporting the racers. Got a lot of people in the chat already. We just started stream less than an hour ago, so appreciate everybody stopping in early on today. I know it's early in the morning to get some Mario going, but do have a lot jam-packed into the schedule today. And of course, if you are here for the first time, make sure to follow the channel. We are doing 2 pretty awesome Mario tournaments right now, going to be going on for a couple months, and we have both the SMO Any Percent Pro League and the 70 Star Pro League coming up in February, which is pretty cool, if I say so myself.
It is pretty cool. You know, and those are the big leagues that oh my gosh, Spedy missing the moon as well. Those are the large leagues that these guys are pushing towards. You know, they put in a lot of hard work. Getting a 108 and a 109 in SMO is not an easy thing. So yeah, we are seeing some mistakes, but these aren't massive mistakes. Like these guys definitely, you can tell they put in the time to hone their craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but if you're talking about making no mistakes, just wait till we get to the Pro League. It's going to be literally like, we're going to be talking about like, oh my gosh, that guy just missed that one trick that lost 5 seconds, and Spedy's actually going for fish dip, not getting it, but I appreciate the effort.
That's okay.
But yeah, we're going to be literally like panicking because someone like bonked into a wall because it's like, that's going to lose in the race. Like
Exactly. And that's goes down to consistency. I've said it a million times. Like these guys that are on the pro circuit, it comes down to bonks. They're not going to mess up really big things. Why? Because they've literally grinded it until their hands are numb, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also worth mentioning while we're talking about the league, we are also crowdfunding the prize pool this year. So if you got a couple bucks to spare, you want to throw it towards supporting these events, the best way you can do it is to support the prize pool, support the players directly. 100% of that money ends up going to the players, so definitely look into that if you're interested. All the information for that is on the Matcherino page. But we are headed into the next kingdom here. There, where are we headed?
Yeah.
I'm lost. I don't remember the route.
You're always lost. It's fine. It's the Pepto-Bismol kingdom.
Oh, I love the
aka
Pepto
Luncheon.
Kingdom.
So, by far my least favorite kingdom, casually and sped runningly. Oh, Pro didn't quite have the height there. Gonna go for the intermediate triple jump here to ensure. Ooh. Oh no, he see, you've got, when you do this one, it's much easier to line up directly behind Mario to make sure you don't hit that little lip if you're going for that intermediate movement. But good backup regardless. Up there, getting the Salt Moon. Spedy just now leaving Seaside. I mean, that's how close it's been pretty much this entire race.
Yeah, definitely giving a lot of breathing room to Spedy there. I mean, obviously not catching up with that, but like, Spedy's in the luncheon now. He's, headed through the cutscenes. And Pro lost, a good 15 seconds there just to salt jump.
Yeah, I mean, and those are the mistakes that Spedy is really going to be relying on here in luncheon. There are some spots that are kind of, I guess the best term would be Monka, to where you could lose a large amount of time over something small. Spedy. He's got the height. Yeah, nice. First try. Oh, okay. Attempted that roll cancel there. Kind of roll canceled off the top of the salts. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit of movement mishaps here after getting the jump. But I mean, first try salt triple with a 109. You got to be pretty comfortable with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of those mistakes, luckily Mario, decided to hold on for dear life with the ledge grab, but yeah, Pro just kind of putting his head down and doing his thing. Spedy is literally nipping at his heels. Yeah, luncheon geometry is very weird. Spedy electing to go all the way up here. This is my favorite part of luncheon, the movement up here. I've talked about that before. I got flack saying, that's your favorite part of luncheon, but you hate luncheon. Well, yeah, that's okay.
Oh, interesting movement from Propro here, going on top of the fruit. Using the fork. Okay, that's powerful movement right there. That just changed my life.
Hey, I mean, it works. You know? I mean, I think, honestly, I think it's the exact same thing, or the exact same way that I get up to that moon. Okay, wrong turnip. Got the golden turnip. I'm going to throw it into the soup.
Getting pretty good at RNG there. I mean, second try turnip. That is random, right? They're random.
No.
Dang.
Saren trying to assist in the turnip mishap. It's okay.
I got to cover for my boy.
Spedy going up to that movement I just talked about. So, I mean, we're about, what, 30 seconds to a minute off right now. So, not too terrible. To me, I think this is going to come down to the first choke point, which is Mac. Like, I think...
Did you say the first choke point?
The most... the closest one to us that has a considerable time loss. Now, Propro having issues here in Fork's room. I mean, it may be even closer to that, depending on if Propro keeps making these small mistakes, those little bonks. They take up time. Who would have thought Mario smashing his face into something is going to lose you time, right? All right, Fork's room completes. Turnip done for Spedy. Gonna be going for the Podobo. I mean, God, we're like a sub-room apart. What? Propro going for Podobolus. Is this gonna...
Why?
Oh my... It's terrifying.
Why, though?
It's terrifying. Okay. Yeah.
Perhaps for the
right.
flex.
Yeah. I mean, CCG is known for hosting the Swagvitational, so maybe maybe that's what it was.
Okay, so here's the thing. It could be for the flex. It could also be that the lava bubble movement is like not that easy. Like all the players in these events make it look easy, but like actually getting the jumps that you like want to get where you don't take the casual like raising Pepto-Bismol like shoot route. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, but to be fair though, I can do those jumps and I'm a terrible speedrunner. Like, I'm absolutely terrible. Spedy finishing up Fork's room. Propro grabbing that story moon. So I mean, yeah, like, you know, right now at this point, we're getting back neck and neck again. All right, Propro gonna be getting the torch moon here. Spedy electing to go through the highest point in the wall to get directly under the moon.
Technically faster.
It is, but he missed it the first time.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
It does look cool. Okay.
When did I literally say you're allowed to spam Troy? I'm confused.
Forever. Okay. Spedy getting that story moon. So I don't know if any of the runners out there remember this. I'm sure there's a few of them out there that remember attempting to use one of the little nuts to get inside where the story moon is without going to the cheese blocks.
One of the nuts?
Little old school tech. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll send you a video of that. That was like some 1.0 stuff.
Huh.
Where they would use the pan bro
Really
to be able to try to
here from Spedy. That was cool.
Well, I mean, his name is Spedy, so he's just missing one E. So you know, I fully expect that from him. Oh no, Spedy. Okay, no, he's fine. He's fine. We're talking about that luncheon geometry. You know, you can kind of just slide off of stuff.
It is made out of polygons, this kingdom. That is true.
Aren't all games?
Oh my
made out of
gosh, Spedy
polygons?
going for food maze skip? Oh my gosh, he got it. Insane. How did he do it? Hardest trick in the game right there.
Cat trying to bait me into doing the same joke I did yesterday, even though she hated the joke. It's fine.
I don't know if chat knows, but in that pot of soup, you are actually supposed to follow the maze, the platforms of the food there in the pot. Somebody just jumped over it. It's a trick jump. I think that's an elite.
All right, pro here in Ruin now. Okay, how can you say that Cloud is not a kingdom but Ruined is?
I never said that Ruin was a kingdom, but Ruin does have more moons. I think.
Yeah, it does, but like less context.
Yeah,
At least
we could have just not had this kingdom for sure, and it would have been totally fine. I don't think anybody would have been like, dang, you know, Super Mario Odyssey, it was a pretty good game, but I don't know, just kind of needed a giant, like, Victorian dragon fight. I don't know why it's called a Victorian dragon.
The Victorian.
I don't think in the Victorian days they had dragons, but maybe.
They didn't. They didn't. It reminds me, there was a Sean Connery movie with a dragon that this dragon reminds me of. But I mean, and then where's the rest of the dragon's body? Like, what happens is when the dragon actually gets knocked out and you release its Bowser's control over the dragon literally hangs there by its like neck, like by its throat.
Yeah, it's got some weird little meaty legs too. Troy sent the 3D model for some reason in the chat yesterday, and it has some weird legs. Just gonna throw that out there.
Maybe that is the Victorian era dragon then. Like, maybe that's just the
They
thing.
were all killed. Who is Jon Snow? I don't know who that is.
All right, so wrapping it up here in Ruins. Some people will get really upset, essentially, with Ruined and what people say with Ruined. For me, just playing casually, it did make a whole lot of sense. I don't mind Ruined because it's a nice break before getting into Bowser's from a speedrunning perspective. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the kingdom. Saren has never seen a TV show in his life, so he's only seen 3 movies, and it was actually just Back to the Future 2-3 times.
Back to the Future 2, and The Matrix. Those are the 3 movies I've seen.
Oh,
And Star Wars, but that doesn't count. That's like different.
how is that different? It's still a movie.
It's like an experience. It's like I don't know, it's part of your life.
It's like an experience. It's
If
a
you
rite
ha-
of passage.
If you meet one of those people that like say they haven't seen Star Wars at all, they're just like, I don't know, they're like a synth or something. Like they were like they replaced a human. They're not a real person. They're trying to
Saren's
imitate
been
a
playing
human.
Fallout 4 too much, I think.
I haven't played Fallout 4 in like 2 weeks.
It's fine.
That game's really good, by the way.
It is really good.
Might have to get some Fallout speedruns going on the channel. But Pro going for a ridiculous spin. I don't even know what to call that. Trying to go for birdless climb here. Into bird dram, I think, probably. Okay, no, just gonna go for crates.
No. Yeah, I mean, if you're not confident enough and you're moving in the back end, yeah, there's no reason not to. He was struggling a little bit to get up there, so I don't really blame him. All right. Slapping that ogre, getting the story moon. Mario is now horizontal inside of the moon.
Oh my god, Harley in the chat with the Queen raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in all 18,000 raiders that have just joined. We are now the most viewed channel on twitch.tv. I am excited.
Yeah, Champ Cal, Saren kept telling me that I should only play New Vegas and wouldn't play Fallout 4, but I've done all the endings, and they're all...
I didn't say you should only play New Vegas. I said that
Only.
you need to play New Vegas because it's not boring like you say it is.
Well, I tried a couple of months ago, and I accidentally killed the NPCs.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Probably. You're not wrong. All right, Spedy, gonna go knock out this ogre now. Okay. Okay. That was
Manga.
a little weird. I mean, it looked like he got like a value dive, and then he just missed the cat bounce on the second one. All right, so Cat throwing shade in the chat saying that all Fallout games are boring. Impossible. All right. No, Champ Cal. I literally in the first area, I accidentally shot an NPC, and then they all hated me, so I couldn't progress in the game. So I just turned it off. But this is exactly what I was talking about, though, where mech. It's going to come down to mech, I think. At least at this point, that's kind of the big fail point. Oh my God, Spedy taking a bonk. The spiny boy deciding to take advantage of it and take a little chomp out of Mario's booty. Pro gonna go up Harriet first. The fast Harriet strats are nuts now. They're just ridiculously nuts.
Yeah, I highly doubt we're going to see the high level strats here, but we will be seeing some pretty fast Harriet.
That was terrifying. Spedy was like stuck getting ready for the cutscene to come. The bomb was coming. The birds were under him. One had a hat on it. Like, that was just a disaster waiting to happen. But it ended up working out.
Yeah, and I do want to quickly shout out, thank you for all the follows coming in. Appreciate all the support, everybody. We did just hit 2,300 followers yesterday. So that's pretty huge. That's pretty large. I think we're going to get to 3K before you know it. Like, I mean, if we don't hit 3K by the end of these tournaments, I'm going to be shocked. CCG
all right.
charts are going up for sure. The stonks are rising.
They really are. You know, and it's lucky that you won your race yesterday. A lot of big things on the line. Ooh, Topper first one from Spedy here.
What do you mean
if he can get up there.
What are you trying to say?
Because we had a deal. Essentially, if Saren lost his race yesterday in Super Mario 64, he would cede all control over CCD and all of its subsidiaries directly over to me.
All of my subsidiaries. What do you think we got going on here, there?
Yeah. So it would have almost like Elon getting Twitter. It would have been a disaster. The name would have changed to like the Hot Dog Crew, the Hot Dog Club. It would have been an absolute disaster. So it's really good that you came in clutch and won your race.
So Pro, they're going to get the health refill, because you get an instant health refill. You don't have to wait for the cutscene there. You typically won't see people go for that unless they're going in between bunnies.
That was beautiful.
I don't think we really saved any time there, even if we got that first try. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what, just over a second or something like that. So yeah, I think even super optimally, you would have still lost the exact same amount of time. Maybe it's a little bit longer than that. Maybe I'm crazy. But all right, Pro grabbing crates. Spedy knocking out Harriet. Now, I mean, we've got a race again. Oh, okay. That was terrifying. Pro. Oh no. Okay, never mind. Woo. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, grabbing the bird here. Gonna be heading up top. Spedy stuck in an animation right now, but we'll be pretty much one moon behind, just a crates moon before going up top. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we're going to see a huge difference in strats here going into mech. It's just going to be who can execute better. So, and what you decide to do. So Pro, if he's watching Spedy, can know that he's right on his heels. Could maybe pick up the speed a little bit. Or do the tried and true what you know. Oh, okay. At first, I thought we were going to see a birdless mech here, but there was kind of an abort there.
Oh no, Spedy with a huge
That's-
bonk there. That is rough.
You can't recover from that. Yeah, you got to take the death. I can't remember where his last checkpoint was. I don't think he got the one.
Oh my
Okay,
god. Pro just landed on the bunny ears. What do
He's
you
gonna
do in
fall
this
off. He's
situation?
gonna fall.
No, he's got it.
Okay. Yeah, you've got to get over the top of them. It's good that happened then and not like now in the current phase, because you would just get thrown off.
Oh my god. Pro should have 100% fallen there, but able to keep his cool, lands on the bunny ears, makes his way around, gets the spin pound onto the topper. That was pretty cracked, I'm not gonna lie.
That was pretty nuts. One more.
Is Rango left? What the
Rango,
heck?
last one.
Rango
no.
acquired?
He took a bonk and he stayed on top.
No way.
The fin of the mech just happened to save him. He's ledge grabbed right now. Oh, he got saved again. What is going on? I don't even understand.
Okay,
He
yeah.
finally fell off.
If he would have gotten back on there, I think definitely would have had to have his parents buy some lottery tickets or something. Couldn't buy them himself. I don't think he's old enough to play the lottery, but I mean, oh my goodness.
Nuts. Like, he should have fallen like 4 times. That was insane.
No, please,
Oh, well,
bro. Spedy's in mech now, though. I mean, we've been freaking out over this mech fight for so long that Spedy is now caught up, is in the mech fight. Still has a couple phases to go, but this is looking not too bad for Spedy.
Like, that's just absolutely crazy. All right,
If
so
Pro fell there, Spedy would be tied right now, or in the lead.
yes, 100%.
No,
No, Spedy! Oh, he rushed that spin pound and fell off mech. That's disheartening. Okay. All right, just gotta get back on top. Interesting because what does he have? He has Spewart, and then he's got Harriet on top. Should be okay now. Knock on wood. Okay. I don't know why I wasn't expecting him to fly off that side. Oh, there you go. Okay.
This is what I love about Division D. I mean, we complain a lot in the league. Not a lot, but sometimes where we're like, man, we miss the good old days where people were falling off mech. They were losing 2 minutes. Like, it was like you never knew it was going to happen. Now everybody just does mech. It's perfect. They get target acquired. It's easy peasy. But we're always going to have Division D. Division D will never go away. Like, the pro leagues might never be like that again, but we're always going to be having complete and utter meltdowns in mech. Like, pretty much on a game by game basis.
And it's great. Like, I prefer to watch this, you know, rather than searching for those, you know, 1 or 2 bonks decide a race. Like, I prefer this.
Both are fun, but I gotta agree.
All right, Pro headed into Moon. Spedy is gonna throw his. I don't want to say moon dump because I got corrected yesterday when I said moon dump, even
It's
though
a moon dump.
it's still a moon dump.
I agree. I think it's still a moon dump.
But then Spedy will be heading into Moon as well. So 6 minutes. That's where we are. Typically around 6 minutes. I can't even remember what my gold was, like a 5:58 or something. It's around this time is a pretty solid Moon, I would say so.
Yeah, and Pro, you know, not on PB pace here, but playing pretty close to his old PB, which was literally beaten an hour ago. So
Yeah, right before this race.
I think Pro is playing extremely good for his skill level. You know, even if Spedy's not able to claw this one back, I think Spedy could be pretty happy with the performance here. Although Pro just took a spill on Mooncave skip. Can't do that too many more times. Oh, that's not going to work either.
Yeah, it looked fine. So he just didn't get the wall slide there on the left side. There we go. Okay. Oh, almost long jumping off the side there.
Oh my
no!
gosh!
He missed the cap dive.
I was just about to
no.
start talking about how this is literally just like some mishaps in the Bowser fight or some sort of pillars death, 2D skip miss, and it's all over. But Spedy is almost
He's feeling
caught
the
up now.
pressure. He's feeling the pressure.
Spedy is coming. I need to just bail on this rocket flower. This rocket flower is not happening.
Oh my god. No, he's
my
too far over
gosh.
the left. He's too far over to the left.
Spedy is literally on Pro's heels here. One successful moon cave skip, and he will be in the lead.
Oh my god.
Spedy just got it.
Bro.
Oh,
my
Spedy,
gosh,
just take
so-
your time.
Well, okay. All right, so we are now neck and neck.
What just happened? Literally what just happened.
So we are now seeing Spedy actually in the lead by about a second. Yeah. I don't even know what to say anymore. It was the first setup that he did looked fine. I don't really understand why it didn't work, but all of the others he was super far to the left. Yeah. Good old moon cave skip. You know, and people used to ask me, "Hey, what do I need to learn for Super Mario Odyssey? Like, what is the first strat?" Other than Saren, I tried to teach him spin pounds first thing, but everybody else, I would say moon cave skip. Like that's kind of like one of the first things that you learn because it saves such a massive amount of time. Yeah, that was a little rough.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But that's what you come for when you come to watch a CCG tournament. You come for this action. We are now neck and neck. Spedy's still literally slightly ahead by maybe 2 seconds now.
Yeah, have you ever heard this term? I think it's anything can happen in a race. I think I heard it once or twice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, there were times where I was racing you and you were telling me you were winning when you really died in Dark World like 8 times. So
I was winning in spirit.
you were. You were. All right. Oh, and just like that, Pro is now back in the lead. Spedy spamming that start button to skip the cutscene and just did it like a frame too early, and we now have another lead change.
Yeah, and this is all synced up. We have had our sync machine break here at CCG. We're working on getting it repaired, but luckily Twitch is being nice to us, and we have a fully synced up race going into pillars. Both racers in the same spot. I mean, Spedy is literally like footsteps behind right now.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like Spedy just happened to press pause instead of to skip the cutscene. All right, let's see what we got here. Neither of these runners going to be going for 2D skip, which is fantastic. 2D skip coming in now. Pro going to be missing.
They're both
2D
just skipping it.
Okay, that's fine. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Pro just a little bit more efficient, but then he's turning around backwards.
Oh, no, Spedy's dead.
Oh, no.
Spedy. Oh, it's all up to Pro dying now. I think Spedy, unfortunately, might have just lost the race with that. That is not the way you want to see yourself go out, but...
Ends. Oh, my gosh. Like... I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know what, but that was, yeah, that was unfortunate.
I feel kind of bad throwing the cat jams in the chat after that unfortunate death, but I mean, it's the anime music. You can't not jam to this. Cat jam, but also no. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. Go for 2D skip. There we go. Pro wrapping it up. In pillars, one more pillar to get. Still playing really close to his old PB.
Yeah, definitely a solid time from Pro. Can't remember exactly what the PB was, but it was a mid to high 110, and now we are grabbing a low 111 here. to wrap things up and move on to the next round of Division D. Pro, finishing things off at 111.06.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and actually watch what exactly happened, because I was paying attention to Pro, who was firing his fireballs in the opposite direction of the bricks. But yeah, that's.
I don't know if you can hear the music right now, Tara, but we do have another jam sequence initiating, and I don't see you jamming in the chat, which makes me a little bit concerned for your future here at the Cool Cat Gang.
Look, well, I mean, I'm contract, so you can't get rid of me without paying.
I don't know if you read the
a lot of
contract,
money.
but this is definitely part of the contract, Thero.
I'm old, so I'm claiming a hip difficulty, and that's why I can't jam.
If you're
without
literally
this
jamming IRL, I will excuse it, but otherwise, we're gonna have to speak after this race. I hate to do this on the air, but I mean,
I am jamming IRL. If that makes you happy.
okay, perfect.
All right, Spedy gonna be wrapping his run up here. Super unfortunate. Like it was.
Yeah.
Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events throughout this race. Okay, Spedy having trouble grabbing on that. That was heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie.
But it was a fantastic race. Hopefully we have both racers hearing us in the commentary booth can unmute and say some GGs real quick, because we did get a late start. We got to get wrapped up pretty quickly, but if you guys can hear us, please unmute so we can decompress a little bit. Pro, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm gonna take a shower now because I'm completely wet right now.
Completely sweaty from the Pro
Yeah,
Mario
and-
gameplay. I feel
yeah.
it. I feel it. That was me yesterday.
That's fair.
And I have to be ready in like an hour now for the 32% race against
nice.
someone
Is
I
that-
don't know.
Is that
On the
wait? Who's
Yeah.
that? Who's that with? Who's hosting that?
I'm the 32 community race is on the 5 SMO server,
nice.
so
Sweet. Yeah,
just
definitely have fun with that. Spedy, how are you feeling? Obviously, that 2D section was a little bit rough. Huh?
I'm mad. I'm so
Yeah.
mad. I don't know what happened. Like Bowser just like turned around and like hit the ceiling or something weird. That was stupid.
Yeah, definitely pretty frustrating. But you put up a good fight. That was a fantastic race. I think everybody enjoyed watching it. So, I appreciate you joining the tournament. You did a great job round 1, round 2 as well. Unfortunately, you got knocked out here, but I hope we see you in some future events.
Thank you.
But yeah, with that, Thero, were you about to say something? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just gonna wrap things up, go on to the next match. We have a ton of Mario today. We got to keep on schedule, quote unquote. But we got La Petite versus Eel coming up in soon TM minutes. So everybody in chat, stay tuned. Appreciate y'all being here, and we will see you in a little bit.
See you later.